Hey everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about why I have trouble with the word warrior when referring to chronic pain or chronic illness. So before I get into any more details, time for the intro. Back in 2018, I was diagnosed with IIH. IIH is short for idiopathic intracranial hypertension. In short, in IIH, there's an increased intracranial pressure without a known cause. IIH is known by two older names, pseudotumor cerebri and benign intracranial hypertension. Living with IIH is very hard to explain to others, as it can be hard to tell when I'm not feeling well. My hope is that through these videos we can learn together and help make relationships better through a better understanding. I also hope to provide people living with IIH a community so they never feel like they are alone with this condition. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell down below so that you get updated about further videos. I upload new content every Monday and Thursday afternoon. I have technically both chronic pain and a chronic illness, technically two, if you consider migraines chronic illness. I know that a lot of people do. I haven't actually been told what type of migraines I actually have, but I've been dealing with migraines since just a few months after I was diagnosed with IIH. Actually, I believe I was diagnosed with migraines in November or December of 2018. First of all, as I get into this video, I want to say that this is my opinion. This is just how I feel when I see the term warrior after chronic pain or chronic illness. Words don't bother me all that much, but for some reason this one does. It's kind of weird, actually. For those of you that find the term warrior helpful, I think it's really important that you keep using this, but I want to give another perspective and actually my opinion about why I find that this term is actually not so good and how it can actually be a negative thing. Everyone is individual with this condition, and what they use as a motivating factor to get through is up to them. If they want to use the word warrior, that's fine, but I'm basically sharing my reasons why I don't like this particular term. The first reason why I don't really like the term warrior is this. I don't feel like I'm in a battle with my head. Is it hard to have constant pain and have so much of my life taken away from me? Absolutely. Yes. When I think of the term warrior, it brings a battle to mind. So it's almost like you're in a battle with your own body in a way. And I just don't feel like this is helpful. I think we need to be more at one with our body and really come to understand and listen and know when we've done something that we shouldn't have. I get a little bit hesitant to use this particular one because I know that in alternative medicine and conspiracy theory groups and people who tend to push this kind of stuff, it's I know my own body, and that is not always the case. But I think when it comes to those of us who live with chronic illness, I think there are times that we do really know our body, and our body is very in tune with being able to communicate with us, and we learn over time how best to communicate with that. It is hard to have constant pain, and with the idea that so much has been taken away from me, this is hard, and it does make me want to constantly battle. I think it's really a negative thing to think of this as a battle, because when you're dealing with IIH and or migraines, you're never going to win this battle over your head. It's going to be something that is always there because there is no cure. There are ways that you can help yourself live a little bit better and easier through lifestyle changes and modifications and doing the best you can that way. Number two, I have other ways to feel motivated to continue to live the best life possible and keep educating others on IIH and raising awareness for this condition. So I don't feel like labeling this as a battle is helpful for getting people to understand what we're going through with a chronic illness or with chronic pain. Yeah, it's great at saying like, I have this constant battle that I'm battling underneath and the smile doesn't mean anything. But I really do think that people aren't able to relate in that mindset. So I think the best way to really get people to understand is through communication. And I don't think labeling yourself as a warrior is really going to do that for you. I just feel like it's not a positive thing to keep yourself motivated, because especially going back to number one with the whole idea that you're constantly in this battle. And number three is a big one. And with the term warrior, I think it adds a negativity thing to it, to those of us with chronic illness, and puts a burden actually on us. So number three is this: I have a breaking point. I need to know that you are okay with seeing me be able to get emotional with IIH and have bad days. A warrior, in my opinion, never has a breaking point. Like, they're always willing to push a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And I need people to understand that, number one, I have a breaking point. There's only so much of all of this that I can take before I will get emotional. I need my family to be okay with seeing me in tears, seeing me in pain, seeing me struggle, because if they can't and they're only seeing the positive, they're not getting the full reality. There's only so much that I can handle. And I would be lying if I said that every day is the best day ever, because it's not. There are days when I cry. There are some nights that I am in bed and I cry my eyes out because I miss my life before. When I get a glimpse of even a little bit of what I had before, I even get emotional then, because it's nice to even just be pain-free for a day. I think number three is one of the main reasons why I don't like the word warrior. Number four is I must be able to accept where I am now. IIH does not have a cure. Migraines do not have a cure. And I need to be able to live my best life with both of these conditions. Accepting where you are now and being okay with what you're dealing with is a very, very hard part of living with a chronic illness. Being able to accept that where I am right now is maybe the best it'll ever be is really, really important, and I think critical for going forward with either IIH or migraines. I think if you're in a ton of pain all the time and you're not functioning and you're not having a quality of life, you need to fight and advocate for yourself. So there's a fine line here that I want to draw, and that is, if you're not able to function where you feel like you should be, you need to advocate for yourself. You need to say, I am not happy with what I'm dealing with right now. And you need to let your doctors know that, because they may not have an idea that you're struggling as much as you are. So I think it's really, really important that we still advocate for this and that we still push to be a little bit better. But, you know, if you're having some symptoms with a little bit of background pain, but, you know, it's sort of only noticeable when you pay attention to it and whatever, it just might be that that is going to be the best you're ever going to get. I feel like that if the term warrior is a positive thing that is adding benefit to your life, then absolutely go for it. And don't let others shame you for using that term. I just hope that you guys understand what potential negative benefits there are of maybe using a term like this and silently maybe holding you back. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. And as for now, that's it for today. Bye everyone.